I was 42 years old and about to have a baby with Down syndrome. I knew that the baby was going to be a boy, and I also felt strongly that he was meant to come to be, but nevertheless the pregnancy had been full of stress and grief. My husband is not a very attached person and has been a source of trial to me. I also had many other children, some of whom were undergoing seemingly unsolvable difficulties. That day, the baby's heart seemed to be struggling, so a cesarean section was planned for the afternoon. I had had cesarean sections before, so it wasn't the biggest deal. They prepared me, and rolled me into the surgery theater. They placed the mask with oxygen on my face. All at once, I realized that I could not breathe, but no one noticed. I passed out. During the time I was passed out, my heart stopped and my eyes went to a blank stare. Some of the attendants got out the paddles because those in the room felt that I was going to die. I was somewhere else. I do not know how I got there. I don't know how, but wispy white orbs appeared. I wanted to touch them but I couldn't. The orbs started to drift away and I felt myself following behind. I did not know where I was heading but I felt comfort. Next I remember, I was facing a row of people, many of whom I felt were familiar to me although I do not now remember their faces. We were talking. I do not know the subject, but we talked for a long, long time, so very long. Then, they began to smile and wave, like they were waving goodbye to me. Suddenly, the scene changed and the people were gone. The words flashed through my mind, where did all the people go? We had been discussing something intensely interesting, and I wanted to go back to continue. I looked around in confusion. Then the knowledge came flooding back, I'm having a baby. I had completely forgotten. The doctors had already begun to take the baby out, thinking that he might suffer if I did not make it. He was born and whisked away. Later, I thought about the people a lot. I wish that I could remember more. I wasn't allowed to, evidently. Why were they waving? Was it to me, or to my son, or maybe to both? I guess I won't know for a long time. Sometimes I remember this experience and take strength from it. My life can be difficult at times, and I feel isolated and as if I am totally alone in my life most of the time. My family and friends do not live near, my husband is very distant and busy. We don't talk much. When I think about this event that I have just described, I am reminded that I have friends somewhere else who know about me, and who came to talk to me that day. They must have infused some kind of valuable knowledge into my brain or soul on another level, something that I needed to know at some imperceptible level.